What's up, YouTube? We're back because I gotta tell y'all the 3 pages of notes that I got for the Valley and Orange County. Uh, I did the best I could. That's all I can say because neither show gave me much to work with, especially Orange County, but really both. They were very lackluster. The Valley reunion part 3 could have been faxed, and the Orange County episode could have been sent to my beeper. But I managed to get a couple of notes, so we'll just do a little chit chat, whatever I got, quick. This will probably take me 10 minutes, if that. And let me think. What am I gonna see y'all for next? Because now that the Valley's over, well, so now I'm stuck with Orange County, which is not giving me much of anything to work with to practice my video skills. So it's hard to come every episode with something because they're not giving me anything. Atlanta's over, which I have to go finish watching that part of the reunion, but I didn't review that because Atlanta's too much. So I leave that for my other recappers that I watch, and I like to just give my commentary down in their comment section versus reviewing it because the girls are crazy about Atlanta, and I'm just starting out. I don't need trolls. I'm good. So I guess waiting for Salt Lake. Definitely want to review Salt Lake because I love Salt Lake City. New York, no. New York didn't give enough last season. I'm just going to be a spectator this season again, and I'll watch the recappers that I like that do review New York. I'm waiting on Summer House. I don't know what's going on with Married to Medicine. I will review Married to Medicine. I like that show, but where is it? I don't know. So I need something else. I got Ultimate Girls Trip and Orange County, but I need something else because now the Valley's over. So they need to come on with it. Give your girl something to work with. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to go outside because I can't even give y'all vlog footage because I don't be outside like that. And when I do, it's just me going to the bar. And who wants to watch me go to the bar and sit and kiki with the bartenders and stuff my face with wings and shots of Jameson orange? Nobody. So that's okay. I got a couple trips coming up, so I'm gonna be able to put something together and show y'all how I get down because I'll be having fun outside, and I just have to capture it. But anyway, now that we got that all out the way, so the Valley. We ended off on part 2 talking about Danny and his drinking. Is he not drinking? Did he stop drinking? Hold on. Mm-mm. Playing semantics about this, the after party of the wedding and what happened. So I said it seems like Danny acts like the Housewives, where he drinks way too much on camera versus not filming, because let him tell it, he's like, I kind of, I need something while in this environment to, I guess, calm him. I don't know, bring out his personality. I don't know. He actually didn't really elaborate on why he feels like he needs to drink in that environment. I wish Andy would have pushed that more. Like, why do you feel like? I mean, besides the obvious filming, a nationally televised TV show, of course, that could be nerve wracking for the strongest person. The somebody who's been doing it for years may still feel like they need a drink to be loose or to be to lock into a different part of their personality, different part of their brain. But it's it's just the lack of accountability from Danny on how his personality does change and his actions after he drinks and how he shows up on camera that we have the problem with. Not your drinking, but how you act post drink. And do you know your limit? Because perhaps you don't. It doesn't seem like you do. Because if you did, we wouldn't be having these conversations about your actions. Because I get drunk with the best of them and I still don't show my ass. So, and you're well older than me, Danny. So, no excuse for you, okay? Uh I said Andy asked him for accountability, maybe to stop drinking on the show. He takes zero. I said, if it's not a problem, so you claim, then just stop. If you say on the show versus your everyday life, you don't have these issues, you don't act like this, your friends don't know the side of you, da da da, then that should be more ammunition to say, I'm not going to drink while I'm on the show. Or I'm going to set a limit for myself. In scene, 2 drinks, 3 drinks. You're already this big. So I can't imagine it takes much for you to get toasty. You clearly don't have a great tolerance, or you're knocking them back something serious and we just don't even see that part for real. Because again, me and Danny about the same size. I can put them away. My friends will tell you. I don't drink with Maya. I don't mess with Maya. Her liver is something different. But I also know my limit and I also don't show my ass. So if you can't go out and be in this environment with your friends and be comfortable on camera and loose or whatever and only have 2 to 3 drinks, then you don't need to drink. My opinion. Let's see, what else did I say? I said so he thinks that his feet are being held to the fire unfairly and that it's a narrative being created, but really it's him blaming everybody but himself. He has some excuse, like I said, oh, it's the show, it's because I only drink like this when we're together or when I'm filming, or whatever the case. You did something to make me blah blah blah. Jax did blah 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 blah, and that's why Lala called his ass out too, because everything that you're saying is passing the buck. It is nothing that you're putting the drinks into your mouth. The drinks are hitting your tongue, nobody else's. But yet you're in therapy, you're working on it. I can't tell because you either don't want to quit, or you're just not ready, you're not there yet, you don't see it as an issue. I don't know, but the rest of us can see it. Your wife experienced it. Those scenes live on camera forever for your kids to one day see. That should be enough. Your actions this season, how it trickled down from you being inappropriate with people in the group to accosting your own wife, should be reason enough for you to say, I'm going to put the alcohol down. But hey, that's just my opinion. Hi, Maya, my opinion. That's just my opinion. I'm not married. I'm not your wife. I'm not in your body. I'm not in your brain. I'm not in your household. If y'all like it, I love it for you. But for me, Lala wasn't wrong in saying to Nia, yeah, you need to leave him. If that's what you're dealing with, then yeah, You need to go. Sorry. And everybody was trying to make it some big deal. No, Lala was right. Because me as a viewer, and I'm sure plenty other viewers that feel like me, we've all said it. Yeah, if that's how Danny acts behind closed doors, if that's how he gets down for real, that's his real side, dark side Danny, that's what you really deal with, and y'all just try to make it cute on the show, then yeah, you need to take your kids and get the fuck out of there. For real. Cause that's not cool. And that could escalate to some other shit. So sorry. I'm with Lala. I don't give a damn. I don't care about y'all want to be, oh my God, oh no, and you shouldn't say stuff like that. Yeah, no, let's say it. Let's wake it up. Let's talk about some real shit here. Get the hell up out of there if he don't know how to act before it escalates. I don't want to see y'all in the blogs. I don't want to see y'all on a news headline. We've already seen that. We've seen it from Tom. We've seen it from Jax. We've seen it from men Kenya Moore has dated. Like we know how this goes. So before it gets to that point, let's nip it in the bud. So sorry, I don't care. She didn't go too far. I don't think that it was a big deal. Like I said, we watched Jax treat Brittany like that for how many years, and everybody just kind of talked around it, skirted around it, whatever the case may be, until finally Brittany had enough. No, how about let's not do that again? How about let's stop it before it gets that crazy? So yeah, I was with her. Danny, get your shit together. Real talk. I don't want to see this next season for real. I'm over it. Danny is drinking is a storyline, is a problem, is an issue. I'm over it. Go get some therapy. Go see the lady, and go to some AA meetings if you need to. We finally got to hear Janet express herself, clear, coherent, no interruptions, about, I keep feeling like I'm gonna sneeze, about her assault. And like I've said before in other recaps about the Valley, I stand with her. I like Janet. She ain't done nothing that crazy that I feel like that whole other side of the couch should be at her neck like they be. It, for me, I think she deserves more grace. So, and I'm glad that Kristen kind of walked back her comments, her mean comments that she was saying, and kind of being like, oh, how convenient. She got this story now. Like, don't do that. Don't do that, Kristen. Because we have watched you over the years, like I said, do some crazy shit. You barely got back into folks' good graces after that shit you pulled with Stassi. So don't do that. For real. Because I don't want to have to get on your ass. And I will. Because I ain't forgot. There's a reason I'm not watching Stassi's show now. Because I ain't forgot. And you're lucky that you're on this ensemble cast. Because you on thin ice with me as it is as well. So watch yourself when it comes to Janet. For real. Team Janet over here. Until further notice. She ain't done nothing to me. And I'm all for a woman that's going to call out a man doing this wrong. So, oh well, don't care. I said, Kristen has an issue blowing up on camera and then forgetting what she said when she's called to the carpet. That's how I feel about that. I found it interesting that Michelle skipped Jasmine's wedding. I didn't think they was that beefed up like that. I'm like, from that little argument at the Halloween party, y'all was that beefed up to where you didn't feel comfortable going to the wedding? I'm so lost by that. That's very bizarre. I get it if you're like, well, we're not that close, and so I just, whatever. We had been kind of into it, so I just felt like I just rather not show up. But again, I didn't think I was that beefed up for that. So, hmm, interested to see where that goes next season. And I said, I like Michelle and all, but stop introducing people to your kids. If your relationship is not at least 2 years old, I don't think, in my opinion, that they need to meet the person. Uh, because a year, that's still honeymoon phase to me. That's still, oh, la la la, stars and butterflies in my eyes. And I still don't know you after no year. So I feel like if you make it to year 2 and it's solid, then yeah. But she moved in with what's his face quick as hell. So not surprised by that. But all these I'm with Jesse on this one. All these little random meetings and oh, they just happened to meet Isabella and oh, nah, stop all that. Yeah, it's enough of all that. She don't need to be introduced to nobody unless y'all make it at least 2 years. That to me is solid. So, but that was it. Those were the major talking points of this part. Like I said, this part could have been a fax because it was not necessary to be 3 parts. Did we even? I'm trying to think. Did we even get into Jackson the publicist, or was that on Watch What Happens Live? My things are running together now. I can't remember. I feel like that was Watch What Happens Live that I watched that she talked about that a little more in depth. But yeah, so for next season, again, I need y'all to come with something better because eh, Danny his drinking and staying on Janet is not gonna get it done. I will not review not one episode of The Valley next season if we don't get some more talking points, some more authentic conversation, drama. Or not, well, I mean, you're gonna have drama. It's a reality show, TV show, but more something. What's going on in our lives? I need something better than those 2 talking points. I need those 2 talking points to be done. I need all new talking points, please, and thank you. Like I said, if y'all gotta go get Tom, if y'all gotta bring Kiana on the show, y'all need to do something. Obviously, we're gonna be following Jasmine and her wife on their baby journey and all that. So I'm sure that'll be a thing. But y'all gonna get canceled if y'all don't come with it. So yeah. Moving left and right along to Orange County. So this was episode 7. I think I'm trying to remember where they left off. Yeah, this should be their last day in Vegas. 2 episodes in Vegas, and y'all still ain't really giving shit. Oh Lord. So I'm just gonna run down my notes. Heather looks so pretty to me without makeup. I don't know why. I rewound the scene and I was like, look at Heather with no makeup on. I don't know. She just looked like Coraline or something. Like she looked like her face was so pale with her super super dark hair and her dark eyes. She just looked like Coraline. I don't know why I thought she looked so pretty. Shannon goes and gets a scooter for Vicky. Ha ha ha. Like same shit as always. Like trying to be funny. Oh, go get Vicky a scooter to ride around in because she can't walk. She's having a hard time. Hee hee hee. I'm like, okay, next. I said, Danny doesn't have to be Mrs. Doubtfire, but if he can't handle a sick teenager for 2 to 3 days, why are you with him, Carmela? I get being super hands on with your kids. I get being that kind of helicopter mom, and well, I'm always the one that takes care of them. Da da da. But if you're living with this man and you're planning on, so she says, so we think for now, building a future with this man, then he needs to be hands on with your kids as well. That's what a step parent does. So, okay. Vicky still wants to have a problem with Carmela. I'm bored. I'm over it. Enough. The Grand Canyon. See, this episode is boring me so much. I'm yawning. Jesus. The Grand Canyon. The glass bridge. That was cool. I've been to Vegas probably like 4 or 5 times now, and I have never gone to the Grand Canyon. And the fact that you could zip line over there too, that makes me want to go do that. Cause I thought that little bridge was cool, and now the cool for drone footage and just cool for a photo op. Even though I'm scared to death of heights, but you can talk me into doing a lot of things when it comes to heights. So I always say I'm fake scared of heights because I'm kind of a little bit of a daredevil at the same time. Of course, Heather got them some Vouv on the damn glass bridge. I thought that was funny because just on brand for her. I'm trying to figure out how Vicky was acting like Billy Badass when they split up to go do the to go into the little town versus going to do the zip line. She acted like she was down and then got scared and chickened out at the end. I'm like, girl, what? Um, Again, why are we fighting over rooms in Vegas? Is Vegas. Who cares? Vegas is for eating, drinking, and partying. You don't go to sleep in Vegas. So who cares about a room that you're going to be in for 48 hours and take your ass back home? Bored. Heather got into Vicky's ass when they was downstairs gambling, as she should, because don't do the kid stuff. We don't never do the kid stuff on Orange County. Let's not even start making that a thing and a habit, because Vicky, you will be the first one crying when somebody talks about you, your kids, your mothering, your parenthood, anything. So don't do that to Carmela. I said, Vicky, you can tell people to have discernment without being mean. I also need for Carmela to make sure that she's vocal in the scene when stuff is going down and not just in her confessionals. I also have never seen Cartzilla, and I want to try that with my friends the next time we go to Vegas because that looked fun. My last two notes are, Vicky, you shouldn't need the girls to tell you to apologize. You know you were dead ass wrong. So that's that. You know you was gonna look wrong. You know people was gonna be on your ass. So saying that you're peer pressured into apologizing, that shouldn't even be a thing because you should have just wanted to apologize, period. Because don't bring up people's parenting and how they choose to operate in their family dynamics with their damn kids. And I said that Shannon is sad that she's lonely and that I get that she's scared to date, but I think, again, go see the lady first before you do anything, because Shannon has so much trauma with men from David to now that it's like, yeah, you're lonely, but are you ready? Because you can feel like you want a partner there. I felt bad for her when she was crying and saying like, you all, basically she's she's basically breaking the fourth wall and saying like, oh, you guys all film and then you have somebody to go home to decompress with, to say, hey, this is how filming went today. I got into it with these hoes. And have somebody just listen to you or whatever. And she's like, I don't have that. So I felt for her on that. But you have to also do the work to make yourself available and ready to date. You can't just want to date because you feel like you've been single long enough. if that makes sense, if I worded that right, so where you guys understand that. Because yeah, you just got out of this whole thing with John Jansen and that whole thing. What was that, 2 seasons ago now? But have you healed? Have you done anything to make sure that you're picking the right type of men moving forward? And yes, you should manifest it, like the lady said. Don't keep saying that you're not trying, or you don't want to, or you don't care, or you're fine where you're at if you're not. So, yes, speak it into existence, but you also have to do the work. So that was that. Again, Orange County. I'm bored. You see me yawning, also because it's bedtime, but yawning because y'all are boring. And how many episodes do we get of Orange County? Usually, like somewhere around, I feel like the 17, 18 range. So we have at least 10 more episodes. What are y'all coming with? I need y'all to come on. Usually they're out of the country trips are fun, but I mean, obviously we just did a trip, so I'm sure we're gonna have a minute before we get to their out the country trip. That'll probably be episode 12, 13 ish. So it's like, what are y'all doing about to give us for the next 4 to 5 more episodes? It cannot be these dry ass arguments and conversations. I need something to talk about. I need something to deep dive in. I can't do anything with this material that y'all are giving me. So yeah, but Orange County is one of my favorites. So hopefully they come on up on the other side. But like I said, I'm waiting on Summer House. That's my favorite. My friend Andrea put me on. Andrea, I always say her name wrong. Jesus Christ, she gonna kill me. She put me on, and I've been obsessed ever since. And me, her, and Jackie. Shout out to Jackie. We always talk about it and watch it, and so I need it in my life. And we're coming up on Labor Day, which means they should be wrapping up filming, because then they're gonna go in the city after Labor Day. So I need them to go ahead and edit that on up so it can be out. But like I said, I will definitely be doing Salt Lake City. We still got Ultimate Girls Trip. And so now with Orange County, I'm only going to come to y'all when it's something to talk about, because I can't do these dry ass episodes unless I make them into like shorts and I just kind of put it on and give like a little rundown of my notes without the extra context. It's like, if you know, you know. If you're watching, you know what I'm talking about, and be done with it, because I'm not reviewing New York, so I can't even combine those. And I don't know when Potomac's coming. I might review Potomac. It just really depends. It depends on what the girls are giving. Because if it's just a gang up on Stacy season, I'm not talking about that. You know, this channel, I'm still figuring out my way, my direction, but I want it to be, I don't want it to just be the same as all the other channels that I participate in. I want it to make sense for me. So bear with me while we're figuring that out, figuring our way, our lane, our things. But yeah, I'm Maya. Those are my opinions. I hope you enjoyed the little bit that I could give you, what I had to work with. Like, comment, tell a friend to tell a friend that loves Bravo. And I'll talk to you guys on the next one. Bye.